Hi friend, my name is Abhimanyu Bhattacharjee and as you all know I'm a booktuber and I'm making video on this book. The name of this book is The Practice of Brahmacharya and friends, as I always say, this book is this long and I cannot make this full book in one video. What I'm doing is that I'm making each and every topic on each and every video, okay friends? And friends, what I'm doing is that I'm giving number to each and every video. So if you come sequence wise 1, 2, 3, 4, you will understand it in a better way. Apart from seeing 18 video, 20 video, 43 video, there is quite possibility that you get confused friends, okay? And friends, if you have any doubt, you can directly ask me in the comment section because I do see the comments and I give answer to each and every comment, friends. Okay. And friends, you can also connect with me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Abhimanyu Bhattacharjee 1906. So I will spell it for you, friends. Okay. It's ABHIMANYU BHATTACHARJEE 1906. Okay. Friends. So friends, before proceeding further, I would like to tell you do subscribe my channel, like the video, press the bell icon. So whenever I update a new video, you will get a notification, friends. Okay. So friends, in our last video, I've covered the topic called prayer for purity. Okay. So in our this video, I'm going to cover the topic called Swami Sivananda, the radiant exemplar of Brahmacharya. So this is our seventh topic, friends, and this is a seventh video, and the name of the topic is Swami Sivananda, the radiant exemplar of Brahmacharya. Okay. So let us see what Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us via this book. Brahmacharya is the broadest sense of the term, means moving or conducting oneself in Brahman. So, here Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us via this book that the meaning of Brahmacharya is moving and conducting oneself and turning ourselves into a Brahman is known as Brahmacharya. He who has attained the realization of the self and for whom the world of diversity has been drowned in the ocean of non-duality, who sees all to be manifested of one's Brahman or self, he is the best among men. He has attained highest ideal of Brahmacharya. So here Swami Sivananda ji is trying to make us understand that who is basically a Brahman. So he is telling who has uh, who has attained the realization of self, right? So those who person have got enlightenment or self realization and who have attained the world of diversity in the ocean of the non duality. So a person who doesn't try to differentiate, see the things in a different way. For example, a person who sees the thing as it is, right? So for example, I'm seeing the mobile, I will tell this is mobile. I'm seeing this pen, I will say this is pen, right? So a person who doesn't make any differences, who see the things without non-duality, have attained the highest ideal of Brahmacharya. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this paragraph. So let's see the next paragraph what Swami ji is telling. Shri Swami Sivananda ji Maharaj has start started the world by evincing the power of love and purity. So, Swami Sivananda ji have started the love and purity. He started to spread the importance and the meaning of power of love and purity, because power of love and purity is the ultimate thing, friends. Okay, because if we use power to anybody, we cannot make him do anything. But if you use love, he or she will can do anything for you. So this Swami Sivananda ji is trying to make us understand in this chapter. In the chaotic world of today, when the evil of materialism seems to engulf all the spiritual value of life. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling that in this chaos of material world, so this is have become a material world where everybody needs money, everybody wants their to fulfill their all kind of feeling, right? Like a different feeling, and they have somewhere forgot about spirituality. And Swami Sivananda ji is telling that we should again by living the materialism, we should look a new life towards the spiritualism. He has inspired thousands to lead the divine life by his own radiant example. So here Swami Sivananda ji have motivated thousands of people to live a life of a brahmacharya like him, as Swami Sivananda ji lives, friends. Okay. So a heart that is infested by the germs of concupiscence. So I will spell it for you, friends. Okay, it's concupiscence, or lust, cannot express the essential divine nature of man through the outpouring of life transformation love. So here a person is telling a person who is fulfilled with lust, so he cannot transform this divine nature, and he cannot understand this the ultimate bliss of the and the benefits of brahmacharya. So a person who is deep in the lust, this very interesting thing which Swami Sivananda ji is telling means we need to leave lust, right? We need to leave lust from our life, because if we are in great lust, we won't be able to understand the meaning of brahmacharya. This Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us. Love and lust are as opposed to each other as light and darkness. So this is a very important statement, friends. Here Swami Sivananda is telling love and lust are like light and darkness, right? So love is light and lust is darkness. So we should move ourselves towards light, not towards darkness. Through ignorance, the common people of the world do not see the difference between the two. Often lust is mistaken for pure love. So here common people in the earth, they are unable to understand the difference between love and lust. So they often think that lust is love, but it is not, friends. Like lust is a very different thing and love is a very different thing. Love is a purity, love is a pure thing, and lust is a negative thing. As Swami Sivananda ji says that lust is darkness and love is brightness. Love is sun, and lust is darkness. Okay, but lust for flesh is the identification beast in man. So a man always have the indication of um, a flesh, the lust of flesh, right? Which is completely wrong, friends. Okay, which should not happen, and we should all follow the practice of brahmacharya. It is the source of all evil. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling it is the source of all evil, because all evil work starts from lust. It all begins from lust, and if we can control our lust and we can come follow the path of brahmacharya, then it is the superb thing in our life, friends. It is the greatest devil that devours all that is the best and sublime in man. So lust is the greatest devil, friend, right? And which encourages and motivates to commit crime to us, friends. Okay, and we should protect ourselves from lust. Lust is the deluded pleasure of the vital plane, while love springs from the recognition of the cosmic stream of life that flows in the plane of the spirit, much beyond the planes of senses of body and mind. So here Swami Sivananda is telling lust is deluded pleasure of this vital plane. In this earth world, in this death world, lust gives us satisfaction. But if we want cosmic love, if we want nature love, then we have to move ourselves from lust towards love. If we want the cosmic love and cosmic bliss of Lord Almighty, we have to leave lust, friends. Okay, and we have to move towards love, and we should have to leave senses of body and mind, and we have to move towards love. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. Lust is the externalized force that derives the mind outward. So lust is a external force that takes our mind outward, that motivates us to perform all the negative thing in our life just because of lust, friends. Okay, and which we should leave. We should never give oxygen to lust, friends. Okay, we should all never give oxygen to lust. The moment of mind to the sense object is the causes of innumerable distraction of the mind, which bears the fruit of infinite pain and delusion. So if we give oxygen to the lust, friends, we are only going to get the fruit of infinite pain and delusion. We will get pain and we will get delusion in our life, and we are going to get a pain and delusion in nothing apart from that, friends. Okay, so lust destroys a man completely. So we should leave lust and we should move towards love. eradication of this enemy, lust, is necessary for the practice of withdrawal of the mind from the object and concentrating on it, on God. So this is a very big enemy of the mankind, that is lust. And to move towards God, we have to eradicate lust from our life, which Swami Sivananda is telling to us. Because without eradicating lust from our life, we cannot move towards God, friends. Okay, so only towards God moving, the first step is eradicating lust from our life, friends. Okay, eradication of lust lead to internalization and interrogation of mental energy. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the benefits of following brahmacharya and eradicating the lust from our life. So if we get success in eradicating lust from our life, and if we get success in eradicating negative things from our life, then we are going to get a great amount of mental energy. So we are going to be mentally strong, friends. This Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter, friends. Okay, without which the veil of ignorance cannot be torn asunder. So yes, Swami Sivananda is telling, if we are successful in eradicating lust from our life, then all the negative things are going to go from our life. We are going to get rid of all the negative things from our life. This is a very good news for us, friends. Okay, so it is very important for us to follow brahmacharya and to eradicate lust from our life. Of Maidren, since lust is the worst of it, spread like a conflagration of the wildfire and consume all the good qualities, head and heart. So here Swami Sivananda is telling, lust is like a biggest crime and biggest sin in this earth world, which eradicates all the good qualities of us from our toe, from the nail of our toe, from the hairs of our head. So it eradicate all the good quality from us, the lust. So we have to eradicate lust from our life under each and every circumstances, friends. Okay, and we have to move towards brahmacharya, and we need to follow brahmacharya in our life. This Swami Sivananda is telling to us via this chapter. It expresses in various way. It derives by assuming various forms. So lust can be come in various forms. So first it starts with lust, then it comes with anger, jealousy, irritability, attachment, hatred, pity, mindness, miserliness, greed, falsehood and pride are the different form of lust only. So there are different form of lust. So lust starts with anger. So first in your life, lust will come. If you are unable to eradicate lust, then anger is going to come. Then jealousy will come. So you will start feeling jealousy about each and every person living in the society, of each and every person. You are going to be more and more negative. Then irritability, you will become irritated in each and everything, will become irritated if you do not follow brahmacharya in your life. And attachment, you will start feeling attachment to each and everything, friends. Then you will start hating every people. You will create a feeling of hatred, right? Pity, mindfulness, so you are going to always move. Then it will lead to miserliness, so you will lose all your money because you are going to go towards all negative aspects in your life. Then greed, you are going to be more and more greedy, friends, right? Greed is going to come in your life in such a way you will not be able to understand. This Swami Sivananda is telling. Falsehood, you will start speaking false, you will not never speak true. And pride, the last thing, that is pride, these are all form of lust. So that means if we follow brahmacharya in our life, we are going to lose, we will get never, we are going to get angry in our life. The benefits, these are the benefits of brahmacharya. So never, we will not get never angry in our life. We will not get jealousy about anything. We will never be irritated in our life. Then there is going to be no attachment in our life. Then the hatred, the feeling of hatred will completely finish in our life. And pity, mindfulness, we are going to be pity, mindfulness. Miserliness is going to finish in our life. That means we are going to get rich. If we follow brahmacharya, we are going to have lot of money in our life. Then we are not going to be greedy in our life. Falsehood, we will always speak truth in our life if we follow brahmacharya. And we are not going to have the pride that there is a ego. So there are this much benefits of brahmacharya, friends. Okay, so Swami Sivananda is telling, under each and every circumstances, by hook or by crook, we need to follow brahmacharya in our life, friends. Okay, while satya and ahimsa, truth and non-violence, are the two wings of the Godward soul. So Brahmacharya is like the tail as it were. Okay, so Satya and Ahimsa. So always speaking truth and always being in the non-violence. These are the two biggest wing of that is the these are the soul of Brahmacharya. So we need to always speak truth in our life, and we need to follow non-violence. We need not need to do violence in our life under any circumstances, friends. Okay, that serve the purpose of the ruder, without which a soul cannot balance its wings, nor can't it wing it's the way to the infinite realm of the expansion of life. So if we want to go further in our life, we need to always say truth, and always we need to follow the path of Brahmacharya, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. Sri Swami Sivananda Ji Maharaj is the very embodiment of truth, non-violence and Brahmacharya. So Swami Sivananda Ji Maharaj is the pillar of the truth, non-violence and Brahmacharya. So in his full life he have always followed Brahmacharya, and he advises all of us to follow Brahmacharya, and we will follow Brahmacharya in our life, and only Brahmacharya can bring changes in our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda Ji is telling to us via this chapter. Friends, why I am telling Swami Sivananda Ji is telling, because these all statements are of Swami Sivananda Ji. It are not my statement, friends. Okay, so in each and after each and every statement I am telling, Swami Sivananda Ji is telling, friends. Okay, so you might be asked why I am every time telling. These three are the cornerstone of his teaching. So these are the main teaching of Swami Sivananda Ji. That is Brahmacharya, always say truth, always follow non-violence in your life. They are known as Mahavratas or Great Vow because they are not restricted by class, time, place, and circumstances. So these are the Mahavratas, and these are the pledges, right? So that is non-violence, speaking truth, and always following Brahmacharya, friends. Okay. These are the three pledges of life of Swami Sivananda Ji, and he motivates all of us to follow this thing in our life, friends, and we will follow, friends. Okay. They are the foundation of all the religion and spiritual practice all over the world of all the time and climes. So these are the foundation, these three things: speaking truth, non-violence, and always following Brahmacharya. These three are the foundation of each and every religion, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda Ji is telling, whether it is Hindutva, whether it is Islam, whether it is Christianity, or whether it is Sikhism, or whether it is Jainism. So this is the foundation of each and every religion, friends. Okay, this Swami Sivananda Ji is telling to us via this chapter. Sri Gurudev has given effective method for the eradication of the dire madly of mankind. So our Gurudev Sri Swami Sivananda Ji have given us very different method of eradication of lust, friends. Okay, from the mankind, manly mankind. Lust or passion for flesh. Here are the few method given below. So here are the few method are given below, so that we could eradicate lust, and we could follow Brahmacharya in our lives. Okay, so I will be covering it in next video, friends. Okay, so in this today's video I have covered the topic called Swami Sivananda, the radiant exclaimer of Brahmacharya, friends. Okay, so in the next video I am going to cover the Raj Yogic method, friends. Okay, and friends, I urge everybody to follow Brahmacharya, because Brahmacharya is going to change your life in such a proper way you won't be able to understand, friends. Okay, and friends, as I always say, this book is this long and I cannot make this full book in one video. So what I'm doing is that I'm making each and every topic on each and every video, so you can understand it in a better way, friends. Okay, and friends, what I'm doing is that I'm giving number to each and every video. So if you come sequence wise 1 2 3 4, you'll understand it in a better way. Apart from seeing 18 video, 20 video, 43 video, there is quite possibility that you get confused, friends. Okay, and friends, if you have any doubt, you can directly ask me in the comment section, because I do see the comments and I give answer to each and every comment, friends. Okay, and friends, you can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Abhimanyu Bhattacharya 1906. So I will spell it for you, friends. Okay, it's ABHIMANYU BHATTACHARJAE 1906. And friends, before proceeding further, I would like to tell you, do subscribe my channel, like the video, press the bell icon, so whenever I update a new video, you'll get a notification, friends. Okay, so friends, this brings to end of today's video. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care. And friends, it is very important for all of us to follow Brahmacharya, because Brahmacharya is going to bring a change in our life, and we all pledge today that we all are going to follow brahmacharya. My all viewers will follow brahmacharya, and we are going to change our life in a very superb way. So this brings to end of today's video, friends. I will be meeting you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, friends. Okay, and in this next video I'm going to cover the topic called Raj Yogic method. Okay, so okay, bye, friends. I'll meet you in the next video. Okay, till then, goodbye.